Manchester United have enjoyed a solid summer's work in the transfer market but may well dip into the kitty once again before the deadline on August 31st. Jose Mourinho has been productive in integrating youth players into the first team, while a depth of talent within the first team is a boon for the manager in his second season. It leaves few minutes available for the youngsters coming through the ranks. Timothy Fosu-Mensah, Cameron Borthwick-Jackson, Regan Poole, Sam Johnston, Devontae Redmond and Dean Henderson have already departed on loan in a bid to bulk up their first team minutes. But there are question marks around others who need a sterner challenge than the risible Premier League 2 fixture calendar, report the Manchester Evening News. Jose Mourinho will make late changes to complete his squad image. Reuters. James Wilson, the striker who scored twice on his first-team debut, has had little luck since a loan to Brighton in 201,516 was marred by illness, and Wilson did not score as many as he would have liked at that level. A spell at Derby County last term was cruelly cut short by a knee injury in 77 minutes against Spurs for the U23s on Friday night was the 21-year-old's first match since last October. Manchester United players Luke Shaw and James Wilson continue injury recovery. Wilson needs first-team football somewhere, and it won't happen at United, but he has only been back training for 2 weeks and the deadline is looming. It's far from ideal, but poor timing might leave him in limbo a few months longer. James Wilson requires game-time. Image Getty. Axel Tuanzebe, the defender is not yet 20 until November, but is already outgrowing Premier League 2. It is obvious training against United's senior strike force is providing a greater challenge than games. The loan system is far from perfect, especially for a young player, and Mourinho may prefer to keep Tuanzebe at Carrington. A congested schedule, and potential injuries, could see him step up to the first team for occasional matches in the domestic cups or at the end of Premier League games, but he is in a long queue for minutes at centre-back. An exit for Chris Smalling, rumoured to be wanted by Leicester, could significantly aid the cause. His situation might require another look in January. Axel Tuanzebe is one of United's brightest prospects. Image Getty. Images Europe. Matty Willock. Amid the academy celebrations at the end of last term against Crystal Palace, the day must have been bittersweet for midfielder Matty Willock. On the bench against West Brom and then again on the final day at Old Trafford, the former Arsenal man spent the majority of the second half warming up, only to see 16-year-old Angel Gomez get the call instead. It's difficult to see Willock getting opportunities for Mourinho this season, but he is already 21 and needs to test himself in the men's game. However, a knock kept him out of the recent reserves fixture against Spurs, which may hinder any attempt to move ahead of the deadline. Marcus Rashford might have saved Manchester United millions. Matty Willock in training last season with Wayne Rooney. Image Matthew Peters. Scott McTominay. Lancastrian. McTominay has had the best few months of his career under Mourinho. The midfielder made his first-team debut from the bench at Arsenal and started against Crystal Palace. A place on the tour to the USA. Beckham. McTominay netted his first senior goal against Vålerenga in Norway. Another of the elder statesmen under Ricky Sabraji has charged a season in senior football elsewhere would do more for his chances than another year in the reserves. Memphis Depay, Phil Jones, Joe Riley, Morgan Schneiderlin, Axel Tuanzebe and Timothy Fosu-Mensah. Image Man United via Getty. Joe Riley, a first attempt at a loan to Sheffield United last January, ended prematurely through injury after just 2 matches, but Riley is clearly ready for the senior game after making his United debut under Louis van Gaal. The 20-year-old is now fully fit and should be heading out on loan before the window shuts if he is to make progress this season.